A state court ruling has drawn praise from a Buffalo group looking to restore parts of the city's east side divided by the 33. The judges ruled the Kensington Expressway reconstruction requires a full environmental impact statement, putting it in line with the project to revamp the Scajaquada through Delaware Park. Now the Scajaquada Corridor Coalition says this should move both plans forward.
And joining us now from the coalition is Katie Stevenson, the executive director of the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy, and Justin Booth, the executive director of Go Bike Buffalo. Thank you both for coming on by. So we know that neither one of you are part of the court proceedings, but let's get your reaction to the latest information about the need for this environmental review on a huge project, proposed project here in Buffalo.
Sure. So we, as the Scajaquada Corridor Coalition, have been in support of the judge's ruling. It really does bring these two projects into alignment, the 198 process that has been going on for several years, as well as the 33 process. And so we were happy to hear about this ruling, and we are hoping that this alignment makes these two projects come together and we can do the environmental impact statement at the same time.
For those who may not know what exactly the coalition is, what is it made up of? What do you guys do?
Sure, yeah. So the Scajaquada Corridor Coalition is a group of community members, individuals, volunteers, business leaders, nonprofit organizations that came together to revision the Scajaquada plan that was put together several years ago. So this is a community-focused group that has nonprofit support, and we've been working together to put together a broader vision for the Scajaquada Corridor.
Justin, let's get your reaction to the ruling.
Yeah, I think it's really clear that there's a divided community on what the future of these corridors have. You know, this is a significant opportunity. We saw a restart with the Scajaquada process with the Greater Buffalo-Niagara Regional Transportation after DOT decided not to move forward with their plans for the 198 to redefine what that process looks like and bring in the community, and we developed a community consensus of what the future of that corridor could be. We're seeing right now a lot of division on the east side on what the future of the 33 could be, and we would like to see the community come together and a process put forth that we can bring everyone together and come up with a solution that can really connect the two parks together again.
The coalition looked a lot at a similar project in Rochester. What did you find from that, taking a look at that project?
Sure. So the Rochester project has really been successful because the city of Rochester has played a leading role in moving those projects forward. And Acting Mayor Scanlon has actually said publicly that his administration would participate in this process if he was called to do so. So looking at that project in Rochester really does set a standard for how to move these projects forward. And so we are hoping that, that the city could play a leading role moving forward.
And what is the coalition's vision for the actual project moving forward?
So we really defined the vision based on the goals we would like to achieve. So reconnecting the parks, the waterways, the communities that have been impacted by it, you know, making sure that we're thinking about, you know, regional mobility throughout the entire corridor. What we've been hearing from the community is about the health outcomes that the expressway has been causing. And so how do we fix some of those issues that it's creating? But we also know, particularly for the 33, the costs were continuing to skyrocket. I think the last time we saw was about $1.5 billion for putting in the tunnel, and it was going to cost upwards of $5 million a year in perpetuity to maintain that tunnel. And so a cost-effective and more sustainable solution that can bring about the community's vision without costing billions of dollars, and then, you know, maintaining that for the future. You know, are there other solutions that we can bring in, looking at Rochester, looking at Syracuse, looking at San Francisco and other communities around the world that have removed their expressways and how they're still, you know, functioning and making sure that people can get to their destinations on a daily basis.
When it comes to a project like this, really, do you just want to see collaboration, be it with the city, the state, the residents, the nonprofits and organizations? Is that something that would be really significant with a project like this?
Yeah, I mean, collaboration is key to moving these projects forward. Having a community consensus is key, and then having the leadership to be able to move that forward as well. So the collaboration is so incredibly important.
And I think we just need to make sure that the collaboration is in locally and defined by what the communities want that live here in the city of Buffalo. We don't want, you know, engineers from Albany telling us what we need to have here in Buffalo. How can we make sure that the lived experiences that we have as citizens here in the city of Buffalo can, you know, come about in a vision for the future of these corridors to make sure it works for everybody.
All right, certainly the debate, the conversation will continue. We know that the environmental review, that's going to take quite some time to figure out. So definitely more conversation to come. We thank you both for coming on in to talk about the 33 project.
Thank you.
Thank you.